How could I be so stupid? This was supposed to be a relaxing city break in Istanbul. I got a hint that this might not be the case soon after landing. While I was wheeling my suitcase through the airport, I looked down at my phone. The message was from Ada. Hi Adam. Public transport has been shut down. It's a bit crazy here. Get the taxi driver to call me, okay? Ada was our Airbnb host. My German girlfriend, Annette, and I had prepared for backgammon, ferry rides, tea, and eating large slabs of foreign cake, but not for craziness. I replied to Ada, who shut it down? We're getting in a taxi now. Who do you think shut it down? Ada replied. I had no idea who had shut it down. It wasn't like there was a master public transport switch you just turn off, right? It wasn't like a floor lamp, a bedside lamp. So I said to Ada, replied on the phone, the taxi driver says he knows the address. The taxi driver, he's indicating that he knows your address. See you in a bit. Ada came back. Get him to call me anyway. I'll tell him what roads are still open. I replied again. Why are the roads closed? Ada came back. Do you watch the news? There are big protests here. I did not watch the news. I avoided the news. Never watch the news. I avoid it. Like other people avoid cholesterol. That's the bad cholesterol. There can be good cholesterol as well. But ignorance is not a virtue. The real reason I didn't want to ask the taxi driver to call Ada was that I suffer from a hereditary disease called crippling working class Scottishness. Lower working class Scottishness. I have been trained not to inconvenience people, however mildly. Asking the taxi driver to call someone. Madness. I wouldn't expect the taxi driver to be obliged to do that. His job was finding a specific address and reaching it in a motor vehicle. That was his brief. He was a logistics professional. I looked across at him from the passenger seat, as you do. He appeared to be in his early 40s, balding and attempting to compensate for this by allowing the frizzy hair from the sides of his head to grow free form and outside the confines of good taste. And he looked more than familiar with the act of scowling. His eyebrows sunk deep into his eyelids, reminding me of imprints in a well-worn sofa. His off-white t-shirt was flecked with recent lunches eaten at the wheel, and he was muttering to himself. Okay, so he was a shabby, irritable example of a logistics professional, but a logistics professional nonetheless. And I would not call that into question by suggesting he would not be fully abreast of the latest road closures in his city. The next time I looked at my watch, an hour had passed. Are we nearly there? I asked.